If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. The trust of the innocent is the liar's most useful tool. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. Each friend represents a world in us, a world not born until they arrive, and it is only by this meeting that a new world is born. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. You have enemies. Good. That means you've stood up for something, sometime in your life. If you want to see the true measure of a man, watch how he treats his inferiors, not his equals. The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. Tomorrow is only found in the calendar of fools. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Someone has to die in order that the rest of us should value life more. Love is our true destiny. We do not find the meaning of life by ourselves alone. We find it with another. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Prosperity tries the fortunate, adversity the great. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. If you fell down yesterday, stand up today. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Hemingway hated me. I sold 200 million books and he didn't. Of course, most of mine sold for 25 cents. But still, you look at all this stuff with a grain of salt. In ancient times, cats were worshipped as gods. They have not forgotten this. Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. We're all going to die. All of us. What a circus. That alone should make us love each other, but it doesn't. We are terrorized and flattened by trivialities. We are eaten up by nothing. Champions are not the ones who always win races. Champions are the ones who get out there and try harder the next time, and even harder the next time. Champion is a state of mind, They are devoted. They compete to best themselves as much, if not more, than they compete to best others. Champions are not just athletes. You cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. The top of one mountain is always the bottom of another. If your emotional abilities aren't in hand, if you don't have self-awareness, if you are not able to manage your distressing emotions, if you can't have empathy and have effective relationships, then no matter how smart you are not going to get very far. If civilization had been left in female hands, we would still be living in grass huts. Be not afraid of discomfort. If you can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will never grow. You will never change. You'll never learn. The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. If you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there. What can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. The more refined and subtle our minds, the more vulnerable they are. Travel becomes a strategy for accumulating photographs. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you. And in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Where words fail, music speaks. I die the King's faithful servant, but God's first. I do not at all understand the mystery of grace, only that it meets us where we are, but does not leave us where it found us. Socialism states that you owe me something simply because I exist. Capitalism, by contrast, results in a sort of reality, forced altruism. I may not want to help you, I may dislike you, but if I don't give you a product or service you want, I will starve. Voluntary exchange is more moral than forced redistribution. We waste time looking for the perfect lover instead of creating the perfect love. Whoever said money can't buy happiness simply didn't know where to go shopping. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. A sad soul can kill quicker than a germ. Religion is the organization of spirituality into something that became the handmaiden of conquerors. Nearly all religions were brought to people and imposed on people by conquerors and used as the framework to control their minds. The whole secret of life is to be interested in one thing profoundly and in 1,000 things well. The battle line between good and evil runs through the heart of every man. Everything we do is for the purpose of altering consciousness. We form friendships so that we can feel certain emotions, like love, and avoid others, like loneliness. We eat specific foods to enjoy their fleeting presence on our tongues. We read for the pleasure of thinking another person's thoughts.